Hi, I'm Dr. Gaby Cora and welcome to my show, Dr. Gaby's Take, Make Life Interesting. What are the main differences that you found from leaving your previous enterprise at 24 and starting something new? What was different to you when joining your mom?
I was able to take advantage of the creative aspect. One of the things that I came in and started working on right away were the catalogs, the brochures, the creative aspect of it, which I always enjoyed, but I never thought about as a career because there was always a very grounded approach to business and what you had to do. So when I was able to incorporate the creative aspect and also the work portion of it, it was like, wow, you know, this is great. I've never not enjoyed working, but I was able to really take advantage of something that I enjoyed.
And Mayra, did you realize that she could take care of the creative part as well, or did you feel that it was going to be something new to her? How did you look into that?
Well, you know, to tell you the truth, I always knew that she could do, like, you know, she could draw great pictures and she could do stuff like that. But being that she studied political science, you know, I never really looked to her like a designer or, you know, someone that could do the great job that she did with her catalogs. I think she took them to a whole different level. Because before, for a while, I used to do them myself, but I really didn't do such a great job, you know. So really, when she came in, they took a whole other, you know, perspective. They actually went to another level, to the point where everybody in the industry copies us in our catalogs, because they're really one of the nicest in the industry, if not the nicest.
Is there anything that you believe that brings you together and potentiates, like in great synergy for having this mother-daughter powerful connection there? Is there anything in particular, or do you think that you would have attained a similar level of success if you had just been business partners?
Oh, no. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that it's, you know, having a partner, even when it's your daughter, it's difficult. It's not that simple because, you know, we each have our points of view and you know, in our different beliefs and what have you. But I think that what makes it special is that we respect each other enormously. You know, she respects me as her mother, I respect her as my daughter. And we have differences, obviously, you know, like any other partner would. But we resolve them in a very civilized way, right? And I think that makes all the difference in the world. I don't think that if I would have had just a partner, it would have been, you know, the company would have had the same kind of success.
I think the one thing that when you have a partnership as a mother and daughter, in our case, we always know that at the end of the day, we have the same ideals. We have the same fundamental principles in terms of what we feel is ethical, what we do not feel is ethical. We have the same goals, and we may not necessarily agree about how to get there all the time. Sometimes the fact that we see it differently creates a huge amount of balance between both views, and the company benefits from it tremendously because we both go in and listen to one another, knowing always fundamentally that we have the same interest at heart. Whereas if it's a different partner and they're not seeing it your way, you may come in a little bit suspect to why are they telling me this?
Right.
Why are they thinking that, oh, they didn't agree with that idea from the beginning, and you may start to, as you said, double guess or be suspicious of the other person's intentions.
Whereas they have alternate motives or whatever. Well, here we know that.
Here we kind of listen to one another with an open mind because we know that we each have the best interest at heart, and we evaluate the other person's position, saying, hey, what? And that goes from anything to an employee, you know, that we may be thinking about promoting or demoting, or it may be about a new business venture we want to start. So it really does go the length.
So the beauty then of having that joint vision that really brings you together is by the end of the day, she may have her own family, you have yours, but it's your family, right?
Exactly.
So that is a very interesting characteristic. Now, have you always gone along pretty well?
I would
Pretty
think
much?
so. I would think so.
So, because one of the toughest things for family-owned businesses is, sometimes there's some conflict at work, but then you have barbecue together over the weekend, or you have joint vacations. So, how do you find some way in which you can work hard, make some hard decisions, but then have a pleasant time if you meet together on a Sunday for brunch or dinner? How do you go about that?
Well, first, I think you have to be realistic, right? We don't work the same way. We don't on a day-to-day basis because we're all different. So there's areas that she covers, there's areas that I cover. We just make a decision, first of all, because it's not good to invest your resources in one place. And we divide up the work, and whatever she handles, I don't handle. So we have our own space even within the company where we each work, and we'll sit down, we'll meet, we'll discuss whatever is important, we'll work on certain things together like presentations, we'll meet with important clients together, and we'll make decisions together. But the day-to-day operation of the business, we kind of divide it up amongst ourselves so that we give one another room.
Right. Mm-hmm. And as far as the Sunday barbecuing, we probably spend more time, our free time together than a lot of people would. We have summer houses that are maybe 2 blocks away from each other where we can walk to, where we spend, a lot of our weekends. We, have boats and we do our boating together. We get along. I get along with her husband, great. He's like, another one of my sons. And, the kids, they're my grandkids. So we share a lot of time. Now in the summer, probably every single weekend, we are together. And we don't talk about work all the time. It does come up once in a while.
We're a family of entrepreneurs, so a lot of different conversations will come up, everything from a new business to what was something we saw or heard or are excited about doing. So it doesn't necessarily always have to be about work.
Right.
Does it ever get to husband saying, let's just have fun, or do you feel that they love listening to your conversations too?
No, I mean, sometimes we try not to bring too much of it in.
Right.
Because we want to be able to give ourselves that space. So I think we're pretty good about